worship Allah. Doves. I like my pigeons.
All right. And Alexa, good night.
Okay.
And then the light went off. All right. I think we're all right, kid. I think we're good. We're rolling. New interface in play. Say hello to the bad guy. I'm actually going to still chew that toothpick. I don't know why I threw it early on, but, you know, that should have been the farewell. But since we're paying tribute to Scott with our last episode of Wrestling with Time, it only seemed right to set off episode 9 of Shit to Talk About, where we shoot the shit about everything that has to do with some shit.
All right. Now, I have to make a public apology for the last episode. I did not know that Ron Jeremy has been in jail for over 2 years.
Nobody did. None of us knew.
This morning, I was watching the podcast, and as soon as I get on Facebook, pop culture feed pops up on my news. And it says, Ron Jeremy's been in jail for 2 years, and he's gone into a mental asylum coming up to his court case. I was like, when the fuck did he go to jail? We just did an episode about him just a fucking week ago. That's ridiculous.
Probably lost his mind because of syphilis or some shit. Caught the syph.
Yeah, he might be wearing the powdered wigs that they used to wear back then in the 1800s when he got syphilis.
Crazy, because it is insane that you told me that, and we did just have that episode.
Syphilis.
So Rod Jeremy is back. That's called what? Head syphilis?
It's called head syphilis. It was a disease in the 1800s. That's why that people used to wear fucking powdered wigs.
Yeah.
That's why powdered wigs were a real thing, because they were meant for medicinal every day, because you had sores and fucking cuts on your head because
Joe Rogan talks about it a lot. How do you get it on your head, though? Like strippers grinding on your fucking head? One time my old boss, Mike, came out the strip club. He's like, does my hair smell like pussy?
Well,
she grinds on your fucking head.
To what I know, it has something to do with the amount of sex that they used to have back then, and there was no protection. There was no condoms or anything like that. So to each his own. Everybody had a disease fucking 200 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got a disease fucking 200 years later today. So what else is new? Some shit don't change.
Syphilis is now down there instead of up here.
HPV and all that other shit. You know, there's a whole bunch of shit going on out there in the world.
Well, some of those diseases, you know, you can cure. Some of them you can't get rid of, like, you know, herpes. That shit's with you for life.
Yeah, and like 90% of the population has it or some shit. So.
Yeah, but it's like a different form of herpes, and it only acts up when you're really stressed and shit. It's weird. This is why you don't use public bathroom, folks. You can get herpes from sitting on a toilet.
Ooh.
You can get HIV from sitting on a toilet.
You want to set off the show with a sponsor? We're talking about diseases here. Diseases? Might as well clean your balls with some
Dr. Fauci's ultimate horse dewormer. Now, I have been laying low for the past few months because Corona has disappeared. But frankly, I was on loan from China. Now, I have to go back and serve the Chinese people of the Chinese Communist Party and let them know that their 28-week surge in coronavirus is back in Wuhan and Beijing. So get ready, folks, because Dr. Fauci's coming back with more horse dewormer. Pick it up now at your local horse deworming products or pharmacy near you.
Whichever works best for you, folks. But you can also support the show by buying us a coffee. The links are below. Don't let it get too confusing. There's a couple links. That cup of coffee, I'm sure, is great. Drinking a nice
you can buy
iced
some coffee. I could use more. I'm almost empty.
My little Starbucks iced coffee here. Concentrate.
I'm almost out. Come on. That's about like 3/8 of a cup left. I'm gonna need to pour a new one in 30 minutes.
Close to fucking half or some shit like that. You'll do all right.
3/8.
You'll survive.
Full. It's 3/8 full. It's like my gas tank. 20 gallons at $5. That's $100. I'd rather keep it at a half a tank.
Yo, I was just watching.
Keep it 50, not 100, yo.
I was watching your boy Oliver and then Scott Hall shoot like right before you called, and then I was expecting my dog to bark. I thought this. I don't know what time this box came today for my new interface. However, I'm sitting there waiting, watching pretty much Scott Hall pods all morning. Really, you know, I watched the X-Pac 1, 2, 3, 60 episode with him, and then I started watching the Sean Oliver one. I watched one with him and DDP when they were on that show with the guy with the hair. I don't know his name off the top of my head. But I look outside, and they just put it on the porch while it was torrential downpouring with not a plastic bag over it like they normally do, and it was just in the box. And I'm like, hello, can't you guys see? This picture was like on the front. So I was like, can't you see it's an electronic device? You shouldn't leave it in the rain. So I brought it in. The box was soaked, falling apart. I opened it up. Luckily, it was all in plastic and it had the styrofoam around it. But there was a little bit of water, moisture in there still. It must have leaked through. But I'm trying to get this interface set up. And I'm getting sound coming in, not getting sound coming into the microphone before I called you. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I restarted my computer, started up right away. And luckily, here we are. We're back in action, folks. Episode 9 of STTAB.
We're back in action, smoking weed, and this is shit to talk about. Episode 9.
Speaking of weed, I figured on, I think last episode, I don't know if it was Wrestling with Time or if it was the Scott Hall tribute show that we did or if it was STTAB, but I mentioned my Tyranitar fucking bong. Well, guess what? I just happened to get a sticker, a box of stickers, and guess who came in it? Tyranitar. So I'm thinking, yo, I should just stick this little fucker on here or what? Think he'll fit?
Oh yeah, mine as well.
I don't know if he's gonna fit unless I cut his arm off.
You're calling it Tyranitar. You might as well just fucking.
Isn't that his fucking name? Oh yeah, the Pokemon's name is Tyranitar though, right? Isn't it?
Yep. You're calling your pipe Tyranitar. You're calling your bong Tyranitar. So I think you might as well just.
Yeah, it's fucking. I just figure like it's him. You know, it's like he just belongs like right on there. But I might just try to like slip him in like the sticker. Like I don't know, slip him in behind there or something. Have him on the glass on one side. Who the fuck knows yet? No idea. That'll happen later. In the meantime, what do we got today, kid? What do we got? Any special topics you want to touch on? It's great to be back in action.
Cody Rhodes officially signed with the WWE.
Yeah, so you're thinking he's making his debut WrestleMania?
WrestleMania night.
WrestleMania night it is. Who's it?
The according to Dave Meltzer and no crap but sap Brian, whatever his name is, over at WrestleVotes, he said that Dave Meltzer is correct. Normally, Dave Meltzer's correct 90% of the time, but Cody Rhodes had officially signed with the WWE. WWE released it last night at the end of SmackDown.
All right.
They put it on their website. Cody Rhodes just signed a multi-year contract with the WWE, so it's official. But now we don't know when he's going to debut. But according to Dave Meltzer and no crap, just sat Brian from over at Wrestle Talk, WrestleVote, whatever it is, who the fuck cares? There's so many fucking wrestling news organizations that have instant elite. Really Cody Rhodes is officially. Cody Rhodes is officially in there. He's in like Flint, 100%. It's a done deal. And that's technically the biggest news that I've heard so far. The war with Iraq and Iraq. Jesus Christmas Christ, I got Trump on.
You're going back in time. Speaking of your boy Trump, I signed up for Truth Social today. I'm like 1,330 fucking something thousand.
If you're on the fucking only if you're on Android, yeah, you gotta wait to the end of the month.
No, I'm on Apple too. It's just I'm on a wait list regardless.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people on a wait list.
Insane, bro. I figure like you want to just open it up to everybody that wants to be on there. Fuck it.
He doesn't. Well, here's the thing. He doesn't want people from Facebook or Twitter to get in there and start a whole bunch of fucking ruckus.
Who gives a shit? Let him. It's called Truth.
So everybody's got to have a background check, which is.
But still, it's bullshit though. You should just let everybody on there and then just no censorship. That's it. Bottom line. Let people speak their truth.
You also have to remember this is still a test run.
I hear you.
You know, so give it about a couple of months. You know, Trump said at his rally last weekend, True Social will be fully operational by the end of the month, and there should be no issues. So everybody who's on the waiting list, just wait. It's like everybody's gonna get in. It's just a matter of time. They have a lot of moderators, and they're still trying to build everything else up as they're going with their actual personnel and everything to keep control on everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and True Social being ran by Trump's campaign advisor from 2020, so it's a big deal.
Yo, you know who I'm trying to get for the show? If we're shooting the shit, who better than Shooter? I'll leave it at that. You're gonna have to find out. You're gonna have to stay tuned. It's gonna be like, what? When it happens. He's baffled right now. He's like, who the fuck could he be talking about? Who the fuck could he be talking about? Who is it that he's speaking of?
I don't know. Look, this Shooter, he may be a great guy. He may be a terrific guy. He may be a neo-Nazi. Who knows? All I know is that as of right now, I'm going to say he's a perfectly awesome guy. All right, he's the best. You know, he may have some different views than me, but it's okay. Because I'm not here to discriminate. Jesus Christ, I love everybody.
He's actually a classic character from our childhood. That's his name. That's what I'm leaving it at. You're going to have to stay baffled until then. I was going to get a video for your boy Vinny, bro. Come on, bro. I was going to be like, yo, I do a talk show with my boy TJ. He's always talking shit about you, bro. He wants you to talk shit back at him, bro. Roast his ass, bro. He's always mimicking you, mocking you, telling you to go fuck yourself, bro. And what are you going to do, bro? What are you going to say, bro?
You didn't know, okay? I was the guy who was responsible for The Rock and Stone Cold, all right? So that's the only thing of my legacy that I have, was I had the best Raw segment in history at almost 10 stars with The Rock and Mankind with This Is Your Life, Rock. That's all I got to say. I made The Rock. I made Stone Cold. I made The Undertaker. And I was the guy who was behind the Montreal screw job. And I told Vince I didn't want to do that, but Vince wanted to do my idea anyway, bro. So, okay, yeah. So we'll end up having lying Vincent Russo on our fucking stream. Oh, fuck yeah. You dumb motherfucker. Now you're going to get Jim Cornette on your ass. Yeah.
I'm saying, I was gonna reach out to him.
Mayo, but extra onions, motherfucker.
When's your birthday? Isn't it June?
June 26th.
June 26th? All right, yeah. Maybe for your birthday, kid, get you a little present. Have him talk shit about you.
I want to be on that fucking episode. Holy dude, fuck you. If you can line up a fucking interview with Vince Russo, I'll be a good boy.
It's not gonna be an interview, but I'll get him to do a video for you.
I was gonna say, if we were gonna get him to do an interview,
another, he's gonna find you. He's gonna get you one way.
Interview with you, I would have been a really good boy, and I would have kept my mouth shut throughout 90% of it until the last 20 minutes, and I would have went on.
Yeah,
I would have been like, "How does it feel to be the guy that everybody says that you killed Owen Hart? How does that feel?"
That's painful.
Roddy Piper said that in WCW. You killed Owen Hart. You killed his cousin. Fuck you.
Roddy Piper and Owen Hart were
I know
related.
Where the videotape shop used to be, Vinny Ruru. It's right down the fucking block from my house.
Where what used to be?
Right in Farmingville. Now a fucking Dobega.
What used to be there?
Vince Russo used to have a video shop right here in Farmingville. Okay. Off of Blue Point Road. It's now a Dobega.
An adult video shop?
No, it was his actual family's video store that he used to have here on Long Island before he got into wrestling.
And what is it now?
It's now a Dobega.
The fuck is that?
Just, yo, how culturally illiterate are you? A Dobega?
A bodega?
It's a Spanish store.
A bodega, yes. Bro. It's not a dobega. It's a bodega. You're talking about me being culturally inept, bro. I used to spit ciphers in front of bodegas in Brentwood.
Look, Hey, Sasuke, it's the same shit, okay? You put white bread with a fucking hot dog. It's the same shit.
This guy, yeah, it's the same
Why
shit. Like those
Why
7 continents.
crying?
Like those 7 continents, bro. It's the same shit.
The 7 continents, bro. It's the same shit. Why are you crying, huh? Why are you crying?
Oh, man. Fucking.
Hit him with another sponsor. I'll be back.
You gotta go take a shit? All right, go take a mean shit. He got out the wheelchair. It is alive. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to take a break a minute while he does whatever the hell he has to do. But I'm just going to let you know that you could click out some of the links below. I mentioned earlier, don't let it overwhelm you. We have a ton of great products from Dr. Squatch Soap. They might still be doing the St. Patrick's Day bundle. I don't know, but they got the Batman box with the Riddler's Enigma and the Bat Brick. What else we got? We got the Cup Buddy. You know, I haven't used it in a minute. I got to line up. Well, actually, I lined this up, but I didn't line the V's up yet. But you just put it to your face, trace, shave, and erase. You could do the designs all on your own. Or you could simply buy us a coffee, which helps support the show, keeps it running, keeps future episodes coming, things of that nature. And really, all you got to do is click that link below, one of those links below, and, you know, make your purchase through any of those links, and it goes a long way. But for sure, in the meantime, don't tell him, I don't know, but we're going to make shirts of him in a wheelchair. Oh, he's right there. He heard us. He heard it.
I heard you. I didn't hear anything.
All right, kid. All right. That's what we're going to get. That's going to be the merch. We're going to make some merch. It's not like it's going to be a fucking surprise anyway, but I mean, a shocker anyway, but
wheelchair.
Yeah, bro, we got to get you TJ's wheelchair shirts, bro. But we can just do like the outline of you. It doesn't even need to be like the full thing. Just like a guy in a wheelchair, like you. It's you. But it won't even be a wheelchair. It'll be like one of those chairs, and then we'll just have wheels on it or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Lawn chair with wheels on it. Yeah, perfect.
Fuck it. Why not? You know. That's gonna become a thing now. That's gonna become a thing now. TJ's wheelchair.
Did you see SmackDown last night?
Nah, I didn't. I watched Rampage for like the first time in ever, a couple months.
Cowboy, Mountain Man, Brock Lesnar.
What'd he do?
Is the fucking shit.
I saw you post the status, but what'd he do? What did Cock Lesnar do?
Roman starts off the show. It's him, the Bloodline, Paul Heyman in the ring. Paul Heyman looks at him and says, Brock's not coming tonight. His plane got grounded in Saskatchewan. And then Roman's like, I'm going to beat his ass. And then after that, Paul's like, And then after that, Roman's like, dude, you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. Let me finish my shit and then we can get out of here. And then after that, Paul's like, Brock Lesnar's plane just landed and he's on his way here now. After saying that his plane was grounded in Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Continue.
Comes to the building.
Okay.
He's in this big ass fucking forklift to where the Bloodline and Paul Heyman are running into their fucking GMC Suburban, and Brock Lesnar's flooring it on a fucking floor jack on a forklift, and he smashes the fucking windows with the fucking forklift forks. And I was like, oh my God, this
old shit.
Fucking awesome.
Bringing back some old storyline telling a little bit.
Oh, the forklift into the fucking car. Brock Lesnar tips the car over with the forklift. And then fucking he sits there and then he does this. Everybody runs to another truck right behind him. Brock Lesnar hears them. He gets off the forklift. He runs after them. He opens up the pickup truck doors. Reigns hits the gas. And then as soon as he hits the gas, the fucking door comes flying off with Brock Lesnar holding the door going, ah! And he fucking throws the door.
Yo, when is WrestleMania? Next week? 2 weeks?
2 weeks from now, April 2nd and 3rd.
April 2nd and 3rd? Oh, yeah, dude, I'm thinking it's like March 28th, 29th. St. Patrick's Day just passed. It's only the 19th. Wow. All right. So, I'm out of it, bro. I'm out of it. I got to catch up. I watched Raw. I've always been a Raw guy anyway, but I did go back the other night on Peacock and I was checking out some old SmackDown. I've been staying in that old row.
Hold on. Cut it.
Phone's ringing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, STTAB is proud to bring you the tag team champions of the mic. The Tree J, the Stump in the Wheelchair, the Time Warp, the curly-haired wannabe bad guy, the STTAB Wrestlers with Time. Off the top, right off the rip.
Fucking bullshit. I'm getting annoyed from fucking 3 different people. Nobody will leave me the fuck alone.
Everybody wants to annoy you, kid. That's what we're here for.
No, they all want interviews from Dr. Fauci, but I'm on loan from China. I'm going back.
What else you got on the card today? Anything you've been reading? Anything you've been watching that's been good? TV.
I've been watching the paint dry for 2 days.
Yeah, is that like in a literal sense, or you're metaphorically speaking here, kid?
Put 2 and 2 together. I don't know. I feel like I'm staring at the 4 walls all day.
Well, I'm saying, like, gotta get out there, but the world is fucking ridiculous, bro. The gas is crazy too. Can't go nowhere. Fuck it.
I just drove my car around town for an hour because my car sat for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Fucking,
I mean, dude.
Fucking gas is $5 a gallon for my car. I can't afford that.
Yeah, well, I just went to grocery shopping yesterday, and I was like, I used a quarter of a tank just to go there, like a little bit over a quarter, just to go there, get some shit, come back.
Everybody's telling me put premium in, put regular in your car. It's like, no, it's like my owner's manual says to put premium in it, and the original gas cap said premium only.
Yeah, well, I started using regular again, but usually I get mid-grade.
I don't trust any of that. You're better off putting premium in your cars. It keeps the engine cleaner. It does a whole bunch of different stuff. It's crazy how premium is so much better.
Well, no, I definitely do use mid-grade because of that reason too, though. It does keep it cleaner than regular.
Any car over 20 years old and over 140,000 miles, you should be putting premium in it because the engine needs that type of power in order to keep going. If not, you'll end up fucking blowing your engine.
Yeah, no, that shit is
because it's not getting power and the right shit out of the fuel injector, so you need to literally put a higher octane in there.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you see 2K22 gameplay yet?
I've been watching a whole bunch of videos, and only problem is I don't have $89 to get it.
It's that much?
Xbox Store, just the regular edition that's got just the regular downloadable content and the regular stuff that comes with it is $89.
Damn, that's crazy. Remember when video games used to be $59.99?
You want the deluxe edition? It's $100, and you get 2 DLCs. And then with the $120 edition, you get everything plus Shawn Michaels NWO attire from 01, the entire NWO with Scott Hall, and everybody's ultimate attire from WCW.
Yeah. I don't know.
But $89 just for the stock game is like, yo, that is just too ridiculous. I'll wait for it to go on Game Pass, and then I'll get it on Game Pass.
Kid, magic numbers. 222. They were like, let's go hard with this one. Probably change the entire aspect of it.
No, they needed to go hard with this one because WWE the other day just announced that their 2K23 or whatever the new game's going to be is going to be done by EA Sports.
Oh, so this is the last 2K?
This is the last 2K game because the next stop, it's EA Sports. It's in the game.
That's their old maker, isn't it, too? Isn't who they used to go by?
No. Ukes.
Oh, no.
Ukes, Jack Specific,
EA Sports was like Madden, no?
The original creators of the WWE games.
I feel like, wasn't Madden EA Sports, though, first, like back in the 64
Madden
days?
Was always EA. Always. Yeah. EA has always been represented with sports and Forza Horizon games.
What I'm saying is WWE is not on EA right now?
Nope. They just signed the contract just a couple days ago, so the next game next year will be produced by EA Sports.
They should do THQ again. THQ. feel like it was the same guy that did EA Sports. It's in the game. It's probably the same voice actor. THQ. I forget the Jack.
THQ never had a guy that did a logo thing. It was always its own like branding.
I know. But
EA Sports always had the guy that did EA Sports.
Yeah, they did have the guy that used to go THQ when it used to come across.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I feel like I do. Maybe I'm just confusing the two, and
Maybe
it's a parallel universe effect.
EA Sports doesn't have a logo on it. It's just the E and an A and a circle. And then you're the guy, and then you're from the universe that has the THQ, actually has the THQ.
No, but fucking wait, is EA Universe? Isn't that the logo though? Just with the circle around it.
It's the EA and the circle around it, exactly.
And it says sports under it. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Maybe not. I don't remember, but it's been a while.
The next WWE game is going to be great. You're going to have your game console logo. You're going to have the copyright shit. Then you're going to have the main creator, which is going to be EA Sports, WWE forever.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's crazy. Then, now, forever.
But you know who's producing the AEW game, though?
Jack's Pacific.
You're damn right they are.
Is it?
WWE's old fucking gaming creators are doing the AEW game, which is hysterically awesome.
Yo, because the graphics have improved so much, and those gameplays were insane back in the day. Though it was arcade style. It was arcade style wrestling, dude.
2008 was really clear and crisp. It's like I'll play them today, and they look very realistic. It's very weird how even with the technology from 2005 and 2006 and 2007, that we were able to get something as close as we have now, which is crazy, awesome.
Yeah, back to the 2K22 though. I haven't really seen footage on it, but it did pop up on YouTube, like Brock Lesnar versus Hogan, and I just like saw the thumbnail and I was like, "This looks crazy,
dude." It looked like real people. Yeah. It literally looked like it's real fucking life. Everything. Lie. It doesn't look animated.
But also with the AEW games, I think that's dope because if you think about it though, those wrestling games for 64 were like the next level up from the old arcade games. Like that was arcade style gaming, like double grapple, flick the joystick, use your move, whatever.
Button mashing, touch 1,000 buttons,
punch, grapple up in the different direction, do a suplex, a choke slam, or whatever the move was.
Circle for the pin, then you got to button mash everything in order to kick out of it.
Yeah, and it didn't have like this crazy like special effects PlayStation shit that we got spoiled with later on when everything went to disc. And
I like a lot of that stuff. So
yeah, me too. I do too.
Be it for me to have a smoother gameplay and crisp, clear people that I can actually watch and look at.
I liked whatever game it was that made it realistic when you wanted to pick. There was one, I think, for 64, I forget which one, where you couldn't pick Andre up. But then there was one for PlayStation where, like, to pick up Big Show or someone that was mad heavy, super heavyweight, you had to, like, tap a button mad quick and get the meters up and shit. It was, like, probably the same video games where you could choose to be dirty or clean. And
well, in 2006, if you're a cruiserweight, this is how good the games were. In 2000 in SmackDown versus Raw 06, if you're like Rey Mysterio and you're wrestling like the Big Show or, who's another big guy? The Undertaker, Kane, JBL. If you're a cruiserweight and you're going up against a heavyweight, if you try to suplex them, it doesn't work. They actually, they go to grapple with them and then attempt to move, and then after that they get hurt and everything.
I remember
that's how realistic those games were because they actually made a sense. Now today's games doesn't make any sense. A cruiserweight can superplex, suplex and superplex.
That's what I'm saying. Heavyweight. But I think it was dope to have that little challenge in there. Yeah, that little challenge in there though. And then what game was it?
I like the realism of the game. Those games, there's realism.
Yeah, but which one was it where you could like be Eddie and you could do the sneak move real quick, like if you hit square or circle at a certain time, and then they would do like the little actions. Remember? Like you could play that.
I think that was
it Here Comes the Pain, or like before.
I want to say
Shut
it was
Your Mouth.
SmackDown.
What was right before Here Comes the Pain?
Know Your Role or Shut Your Mouth was one of those two.
Shut Your Mouth. and then Here Comes the Pain. Yep, it was in one of those.
Here Comes the Pain was before WWE Raw.
What do you mean WWE Raw?
The game WWE Raw.
Oh, for Xbox.
Here Comes the Pain was the game before it. Yes.
I don't remember. Was it WWE? What did I have for? I had a wrestling game for Xbox that I never really played, but it was dope because Xbox, you could burn your
The first
CDs.
wrestling game that came out for Xbox was was Raw versus SmackDown, and then there was WWE Raw, and then WWE Raw 2.
Yeah, I have one of those, I think, and I burned.
And then it was SmackDown versus Raw 06.
It was dope though because you could burn your CDs. So I had Limp Bizkit, and I was able to put it on Taker, even though I don't think the game had the Taker theme at that point. But I was able to, put Rollin' as because you could take your custom soundtrack and use it on your character in, I think it was Raw or Raw 2.
Yeah, you see, with the Xbox systems and the PlayStation 3s, you can use your own music.
Yeah.
Because it'll have the option for custom music.
I don't think you weren't able to do that in SmackDown vs. Raw, though, for PlayStation 2, though. You weren't able to do that type of shit, I don't think.
PlayStation 3 did that.
PlayStation 3 did, but I'm talking about Raw was before then, so it was like Xbox One I had it for. Yeah. But that was innovation. Yeah, and I think they had the Taker with the Dead Man Walking, or maybe it was a different theme or something.
The Kid Rock version.
No, not even the Kid Rock version. Just that other group that was it was just the guitar for a while. There was no lyrics over it. It was just the
Big Evil.
Yeah. I think so. Around that time. Yeah.
That's what the theme's called. It's called Big Evil.
I was listening to some tracks the other day, and I was like, man, that motherfucker, what's his name that does all the music? Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson. He was a legend. How much shit he's ripped off, bro. I was just like, yo, this sounds like, and I was like, I know that's been a thing for years, but I'm like,
Stone Cold's theme song, Glass Shatters by Jim Johnson, was ripped off of Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine.
Oh yeah. You've said that before because I've had to look it up before. I was like, send me the song because I couldn't believe it. But I feel like a lot of that's been a thing forever where you could go on YouTube and search the comparisons of wrestlers' themes to the real song.
He said, when he was talking about Jim Johnson about his theme song, Vince said to him, give him a sample of what you want to have, and then he'll work on it for you. So he came in with a sample of Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade, and then that's where Jim Johnson got the idea for Glass Shatters because he was able to take some of the instrumental and use it.
Yeah. No,
it's like Kid Rock. When Kid Rock did American Badass for The Undertaker, he ripped off Metallica.
American Badass.
American Badass by Kid Rock is Sad But True, remixed by Kid Rock.
The whole instrumentation of the track, you mean?
The whole song.
Lyrics too?
American Badass, Watch Me Kick. Yeah, that whole instrumental for American Badass was remixed from Sad But True by Metallica.
But I'm saying he paid homage to them in that song, though. He didn't take all the lyrics to it, did he?
No, he didn't take any lyrics. He took the entire instrumental, all the guitar, the drums, everything, all that he reused.
All right, yeah. Well, that
American Badass is the remixed version of Sad But True.
Think about how much money Kid Rock must have made with
Kid
WWE.
Rock's running for fucking dude. Kid Rock's running for senator in Detroit.
That motherfucker's crazy, but I'm saying, no, think about it. Think about all that syndication money he had though for a while, and then on top of that, he did Legs, Stacy Keibler, which was also homage to ZZ Top. So,
and then after that, he got into that whole fucking thing with what's her fucking face? Sheryl Crow, I think is the girl's name. I think.
Yeah.
He ended up having to go to court for like 5 years and stuff because he was stalking her and stuff. He didn't do any music during that time because it was like the worst part of his life.
That dude was a crazy motherfucker, bro. Though I'm saying, he had a crazy wild ride. That motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's not just like Kid Rock, it was like, what the fuck created Kid Rock? Kid Rock's just a big kid, motherfucker.
Kid Rock is a white guy who came out of Detroit, Michigan, and was technically he was
a star since he's been a kid. Straight up.
He's considered country, but he's considered heavy metal, and he's considered rap.
Yeah.
So what is he really? He's a master pretty much of all genres because he can work every genre into everything. It's like he has albums where he does heavy metal. He does albums where it's soft rock. Yeah. He does albums where he raps on a few songs. There's a couple of songs where he just straights up as country music.
Yeah.
So, like Kid Rock's like a master of every genre. That's who Kid Rock is. Yeah. For his comeback album, All Summer Long, in 07 or 08, it was when he had the comeback album after the whole Sheryl Crow thing and everything with the whole lawsuits and everything. He came out with that new album with All Summer Long, and he had like 7 top 10 hits off of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying a lot of his music was good though. I listened to him like when I was a kid though. That was like in the same boat with Limp Bizkit, and then him and Eminem were going at it, like little Detroit thing. Little
Vanilla
competition. Ice. Vanilla Ice. What about Vanilla Ice?
I like Vanilla Ice. He's cool, baby.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. It's all right. He's not that bad. Rob Van Winkle. What's his name? Rob Van Winkle.
You ever see the movie That's My Boy with Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Ice, I need you, man. I need you. You still got the 5.0? What's that mean? What's that mean? You got the car or not? Yeah. Come on, let's go. Fucking Vanilla Ice is fucking fire in that movie, dude. He's awesome in that movie.
I was cleaning out my hard drive.
He barely talks. All he does is just does shit with his hands and stuff like it's the 90s. And he's still wearing the matching outfits and everything. It's hysterical.
I wonder. Okay, so now that's going to bring me to another subject, but actually still on Vanilla Ice. That's that subject. And right now I actually was going through videos and I found a picture of Otto after I gave him a bath and he was looking pissed off. Like mad as shit. And I was playing, yo, Vanilla, kick it one time, boy. While I'm like moving the camera in and out. And he's just looking at me like, yo, like, fuck you for this bath, right? But still on to Kid Rock. Still on to Vanilla Ice. I wonder what's going to happen now that Snoop Dogg took over Death Row Records and Suge threatened Vanilla Ice's life to sign over his rights to that song. So I'm wondering if that was official and went through, if Snoop's gonna give it back and be like, "Here you go, Rand."
Totally on this subject because I am I'll know a little bit about it. I honestly think those days are over.
What do you mean they're over?
With all the beef and everything in the music world as of right now, I think all that shit.
I'm not saying beef. Well, Suge's locked up, but I'm just saying like Rob.
Piece of shit. I honestly think Suge Knight had fucking Tupac killed. Yeah. That's me.
Yeah.
All right. I honestly think that Suge put the hit on Tupac in the hotel because he didn't want to deal with this crap no more because him and Snoop were about to go do something else on their own. So I don't trust Suge Knight. To this day, I do not.
I don't necessarily think it was like him and Snoop were going to go do something on their own, but I think that it's one of those really controversial subjects to talk about. But when I look at the person that I see, I think Suge is now, and some of the crazy shit he did, like run people down with his car and shit, I'm like, it is possible. Like maybe he has a power trip.
There was a documentary that came out about Suge Knight a couple of months ago, and it was on Vice.
But then you see a lot of shit like Suge really did love Pac, and like this, that, and people vouching for it.
Here's the thing, so. Vice. I don't trust Vice because Vice is a leftist news organization, but when it comes to their documentaries, they actually do get all the facts. So I forgot who said it in the documentary, but it was one of the guys it was one of the cops that was involved in that night. And he was saying some stuff that, you know, when the ambulance got there and was bringing Tupac to the hospital, Suge Knight was trying to kill everybody. He was literally getting out the car and he was literally about to start shooting people. So I really don't know. I mean, like, a lot of shit went down. I mean, like, Biggie got killed, Tupac got killed. It's one of those things. It's like, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Suge Knight was the reason for all of that. Fuck that. Suge Knight was the reason for the entire East-West war because he made a shit ton of money off of it.
They all did. Puffy too.
No, Suge Knight made the most.
Puffy too.
Out of both of them,
look what Puffy
I honestly think Suge Knight did get. I honestly think Suge made a lot more money, but I think the reason why that Puff Daddy is just as successful because Biggie was the biggest thing on the East Coast.
Bro, look at them now. Suge in jail, had to sell Death Row, broke as a motherfucker. Diddy a mogul.
Well, do you know who should have bought? No, do you know who should have bought Death Row Records and should have absorbed it?
Who?
Dr. Dre.
You know, he probably.
Dr. Dre should have fucking incorporated it into Interscope.
Should have.
And called it Interscope Death Row Records.
Yeah, he'd own everything. Yeah, but I'm saying he probably didn't want it.
Me personally, that should have been the way that
he's a money man, but at the same time, he did Aftermath on his own.
He is, you know, holding down his original brand, which I like that. That's good. But I'm surprised that Dr. Dre didn't come in and say, you know, I was a part of Death Row back in the day. How about, you know, I'm the owner of Interscope, along with Eminem. We're all from Death Row. So how about I just buy it, and then I'd be the biggest record producer of all time?
I'm saying maybe he wanted to give that up to Snoop. Maybe that's what it was. Is he's like, I'll give you this, bro. Like, know what I mean? Let it rock. He probably didn't feel it was his entirely. He's like, I helped build it. Yeah, I was here for the foundation. Brick by brick.
Snoop and Dre could have, you know, worked together, you know, on a 50-50 and been like, you know, Interscope will have 50% in what goes on with the record making, as in finalizing everything and doing all that, to where that Death Row does all the demos. They get the shit out on the radio and, you know, they test market everything. To where that when the album is all set,
like a street team,
it goes to Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre finalizes it over at Interscope because he has the best people to do it.
But I'm just thinking, like, he built Aftermath. Maybe he didn't feel Death Row was really built by him or something. Like, he was definitely, like I said, a huge foundational part. Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like you were a part of it.
I'm saying maybe he was just like, nah, that was like Suge's thing, and then he branched off and did Aftermath, and then everything him and M did with Shady Aftermath is just like, this is mine. This is what I created, and he wants to head that. And Snoop, Death Row was a huge part of his life too, so maybe he was just like, yo,
maybe
take this, bro.
One more Tupac concert at Coachella. That's paid by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, like they did in 2012. Maybe
a power team like that. Now they just run the industry together. Like, you know, that's what you do for your fam.
Dude, honest to God, Dr. Dre paid $1 billion to have this company do all these magic tricks in order to have Tupac come on stage.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
At Coachella in 2012. He paid $1 billion for that.
Yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was crazy. And, I looked at the video back then and I was like,
it's
cool, but it's not real though. It's not the same. And then I looked at it recently and I was like, it is pretty dope, but still.
Certain scenes.
Nothing's better than the real thing, man.
It looks like he's full body, he's whole, you know, but then when it cuts to the crowd look, it's like, you can tell it's a green screen, but not really a green screen because there's an actual shadow under him, which means it's a glass reflection.
But still, it's not as good as the real thing.
No, but
I was watching Joe Rogan talk to Mr. Beast about probably will be there soon. I don't want to be there yet.
You know that he was the first one to do it. Was Dr. Dre with Tupac. Then in I think it was 2015, 2016, it was the music awards and it was the anniversary of Michael's death.
Yeah, they did him.
And some company did like $1 million production in order to have Michael Jackson be brought in on a whole music video on like a really big screen.
I forgot about that.
And everything. And it was so realistic
So you brought it up,
that
yeah.
all the that Michael was doing on the video and shit, it looked like he was literally there. And when you saw it from the crowd, yeah, he looked a little taller, but he looked fully fulled out. It didn't look like the Tupac thing to where, like, you know, you could see through him and everything. This was like solid protection.
Yeah.
And there was a legit shadow under him, and the shadow was matching every single dance move he was doing. So that I give props to. They did a whole like 5-minute.
Imagine how good they're at with it now.
Well, I'm trying to remember who did it. I'm trying to remember what concert it was, but it was at the Hammerstein Ballroom in 2017, and somebody did Eazy-E over there. I don't remember who it was, what concert it was, but they did a hologram of Eazy-E with the crowd.
Probably his daughter, right? Daughter's party or something.
I'm not sure, but Eazy-E was part of there with his boys and everything. You know, whoever was left over was in the crowd or up on stage, and Eazy-E was up on the fucking screen or on the floor. I can't remember. I've seen the video like 8 times. Last time I saw it was like 8 months ago. But yeah, they've done an Eazy-E. They've done an Elvis. Elvis's one's in Las Vegas.
They did an Elvis hologram too?
Because they're doing everything now.
Dude, I don't keep up with that shit. Like I said, I didn't even know. I forgot they did a Michael Jackson one because really you remember the first one and that's it. I remember the first one. It was like
the Tupac one was extremely hot.
Controversial.
That was great. That was classic.
That was like,
moment
holy
in
shit, nothing like this has ever been done before, you know? So
everybody got to see Tupac perform one last time. Live and in person, even if it wasn't him and in person, but it was still live, and you were in person. You know, he wasn't in person, but you were there in person, and you actually saw Tupac on stage.
Yeah.
You can legitimately say, yeah, I got to see Tupac on stage, Coachella 2012. Fuck y'all. You may have seen him back in the day, but I got to see him at the afterlife.
Yeah, he said he'd be back, man. He said he'd be back. He came back. But no, it was dope. You know, it was cool to be able to do that. I think that's how they should do concerts for like legends who are no longer here, but you should still be able to go. They should still be able to go on tour. You know.
Well, you have to think about the amount of money it's going to take in order to produce that every night.
I get it. I understand.
Dr. Dre spent $1 billion, and it was a one-time deal.
But I'm saying we'll get there one day. It was a one-time deal,
and it was $1 billion, and that was when Dr. Dre's Beats finally went over $1 billion in sales. He used that $1 billion for Coachella to have that entire Tupac experience. That it was only 5 minutes. That 5 minutes cost him $1 billion. Imagine what you can get for a whole 4 hours. That's a lot of fucking money. That's fucking Jeffrey Bezos
you know
money.
What they say, how much is your life worth? Well, he felt Tupac was worth that.
Oh, definitely.
You know, it's his man, right?
Everybody,
there,
like I said, that was your only last time to see Tupac live and in person. He was in person, but you were in person, and you can officially say, I got to see Tupac.
And if anybody was able to do it, it had to be the Doc.
They call him a Doc for a reason. That's why he survived the aneurysm and he played Super Bowl.
The Doc revived Tupac. You know, even if for only a one-night stand. One night only.
For 5.
That was for 5 minutes.
5 minutes of your fucking life.
Yeah. It's just the wordplay didn't work out so well there. Like one night stand, one night only. 5 minutes, one night stand. It was over.
Not a one night stand. That was 5 minutes, and that was it. You got 3 minutes of him doing fucking Hail Mary. Then you got Snoop Dogg come on and do America's Most Wanted, and then that was it.
Yeah. It's fine.
That was it. You got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
At least Pac got to do his #1 hit song.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying.
At least he got to do his #1 hit song.
That's not his #1. Well, yeah, his #1 hit song. But I thought you were gonna say his one hit song. But he had a lot of hits. But
Hail Mary is his number one hit.
That's
of all
probably
time,
the most
but
recognized song
single
for sure.
song's the number one hit.
I'm trying to think what
But Hail Mary
the
was
first
his
Tupac
biggest
song I think I remember ever really hearing was Changes.
Changes was the first song I heard from Tupac.
Dear
Hail
Mama.
Mary was second.
For
And
sure.
then America's Most Wanted with Snoop Dogg was the third. And then obviously
Yeah.
fucking California Love.
You've heard
and a whole bunch of
Dear Mama too. Omar put me on that shit back in the day, but he had Changes. Then he had that remix joint with Elton John. That was fire. Like I remember like putting that shit on our iPods back in the day.
That was in the 90s. Imagine what he could have done today.
Yeah, fucking insane.
Just imagine what he could have done today. We wouldn't have Drake.
I just saw
Drake wouldn't be around because Pac would be around still.
Yeah, I'm looking at this picture of Muhammad Ali on my wall, and Layla Ali just posted a picture of her son and the resemblance to her dad.
It's uncanny.
Yo, bro, it looks like it's him, man.
It looks like George Foreman with all his sons and his daughter. They all look like him.
I don't know what none of them look like, but Layla Ali posted that. So grandchild, and bro, it's like Ali reborn. It's crazy. I'm like, damn, look like a young Cassius. Fucking insane. Genetics, bro. It's a crazy thing. Fucking genes.
Nah, Muhammad Ali got reincarnated. He's in Muhammad Ali all over again.
Yeah.
Wait until he starts boxing.
Yeah,
I
don't know if he does. I don't know how old he is.
If he picks up boxing in the next 18 or 19 years, however old he is, all right, and he starts moving around like his grandfather, and he's a natural at it, then you know, no, that's Muhammad Ali reincarnated.
If he starts boxing, though?
Yeah, and if he's a natural at it and he moves like his grandfather did, bro, you would literally sit there and go, yo, that's Muhammad Ali.
Boxing's not what it used to be, bro. This is boxing now. Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
No, I want to see Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happening, but I thought there was.
I don't know. Mike Tyson came back for an exhibition match. We can get Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson. It could happen.
Yeah, I thought there was some sort of like agreement on that, and then I saw like it was rumors or fell through or whatever.
Well, Logan Paul. Oh, here's some news. You want to know why Logan Paul's doing so much work with the WWE?
Because he's going to become a WWE superstar?
No, he's about to become part of creative.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is. He said it on his podcast with Dana White a couple of days ago. And he said that, the reason why I'm working at WrestleMania and everything is I actually want to become a WWE creative star while I'm doing my off time with the boxing.
That's crazy.
So it would be pretty good because it'd be good money and I have a lot of good ideas.
Yeah, I don't even think he's going to box anymore, Logan Paul, though. You think he will?
Unless
it is Tyson and that fight does happen. It wants to happen.
I believe he's undefeated, right?
I think, no, you're thinking Jake Paul.
Both brothers. I don't give a shit. They're both YouTube stars. So
Jake Paul, I think, is undefeated. Logan Paul has been, I think he lost. I don't know. Yeah, well, he lost to Mayweather, but I don't know. I'm not counting that exhibition, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. Does he even have a record? I'm not sure.
They're both brothers. They both had YouTube channels. That's all I know about.
That's what I'm saying, you know?
They were YouTube stars.
But Jake Paul takes it more seriously, I think.
Before they became boxers and street fighters and stuff. Remember, Logan Paul's the one, or Jake Paul.
Jake Paul takes it seriously.
Jumped into the Italian river that was full of shit and everything, and he got yelled at for it. He's not allowed back in that country.
I don't know.
And the other brother and to go film the Forbidden Woods, and he's not allowed in Japan now.
Yeah, that's Logan.
So they're fucking crazy. You never know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, they are, bro. But nothing wrong with being crazy, man. Who cares?
If they're willing to sit there and jump off fucking bridges in the nasty fucking shit infested water, yeah, they're fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure. But
they are fucking crazy. And then for them to get banned out of the country, that is icing on the cake.
But yeah, I could definitely see him working with creative. You're right. That makes sense.
Do it, do it during your downtime when you're not training for boxing.
Or doing
You just do your normal. Then go to WWE every day, every Monday and Friday for creative. That's it.
Yeah. No, you're right. For sure.
It's not a bad gig at all.
Yeah.
And plus also, a lot of people like Logan Paul in the WWE. A lot of people like Bad Bunny. So it's like, personally, I like Bad Bunny in the WWE. He's on fire, bro.
Yo, what's up with him? I was thinking about it the other night. I was like, I haven't seen him in a while.
He's fire. Oh, he is.
He's still wrestling?
Fire.
He's still wrestling though?
He's doing all his shit when he can. Like right now he's on tour, but he already announced that when I'm done with the tour, I'm going back to wrestling.
Yeah, I'm saying what is he on though? SmackDown though? When did he wrestle again?
He was doing Monday Night Raw with the Miz and everything and all that shit.
Yeah, that was a while back though. Yeah, no, I know.
That was his last recent thing was at the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, no, I thought he was like still rostered though. I'd be like, hell yeah, dude. He was dope.
WWE said he's still signed.
And we already spoke about that. Like that's future legend, Hall of Fame celebrity wing right there.
My tour is over. When I'm done touring within the next couple of months, I'm going right back.
He really enjoyed doing it.
And I'm going to work with them for a few months.
So what are you thinking? Logan just wants to get on a creative? Do you thinking he wants to be a WWE superstar?
Yeah.
He might want to be WWE superstar. Who knows?
Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny at WrestleMania. The boxer versus the wrestler. I want to see it.
The boxer. Isn't he a singer?
Logan Paul, the boxer, versus Bad Bunny, the wrestler.
Oh, yeah. The wrestler. Yeah. Now that he's a wrestler. I thought, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. To be honest.
That's what I want to see at WrestleMania. Book it next year, Vince. Yeah. Book it.
That'd be dope.
Book it. Logan Paul versus Bad Bunny.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what do you think? You think he wants to be a superstar?
Fire match. That would be a fire match. Fucking Bad Bunny would bump for shit for fucking Logan Paul. Logan Paul will get some good moves in. Bad Bunny will get some good moves in.
Did you see Logan Paul wrestle yet? He wrestled already?
He'll be wrestling at WrestleMania, but this isn't his first time in the WWE. He was at WrestleMania last year with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, but I'm saying he didn't actually have a match.
He wrestled last year.
He did?
He wrestled last year.
He did?
Yep.
All right. I don't remember it. Feel like I would have remembered that, but
he wrestled last year and he's coming back this year. He's working with the Miz, and after that he's going to be doing creative, which is going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see what ideas he'll have.
Give me the rundown of last year's WrestleMania. Aside from the Bad Bunny match, I don't think I remember any of it. Who was the main event? Who was the first event?
There was two main events. There was 2 nights.
I'm saying last year had nothing to do with Undertaker, right? That was the year before.
That was the year before. That was 2020.
That's my most last memorable WrestleMania that made a huge lasting impact, because that was the first.
Oh, it was.
That was the first two-nighter, I think.
Second night's main event was Edge versus Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship.
Okay.
That was the actual main event of the entire WrestleMania.
Okay, Edge. Okay. Starting to come back to me now. I know we reviewed the whole show. That's why I'm saying I don't remember. I got to go back and watch that episode.
For some odd reason, I'm just having a brain fart right now.
What was that? Wrestling with Time, what, like 3 or 4 or something, or 5? Or
that was WrestleMania 37. This is 38 this year. So
I'm saying, what episode of WWT was it? We did it in the beginning, I feel like. It was like one of our first episodes, the 2 nights. It might have been like 5 and 6 around there, 6 and 7.
Possibly.
Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
My mind's a lot. I'm a little remember.
It's beautiful out. It was pouring earlier, it was thunder, and it's rumbling, and now the sun's
shining on it. It was supposed to rain today. It was supposed to rain. I woke up. I thought it was raining. I got outside. I went and smoked a cigarette, had my coffee, and I was like, it ain't raining. It's fucking hot out. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yesterday was beautiful. Today was sun showers. I'm just happy this shit works, and this shit came today, and we're able to get back to basics over here.
It was beautiful yesterday.
Yeah. Been getting some work done around the house and shit.
Yeah, I've been painting the upstairs room. Almost done.
So he was literal about the paint. I didn't know if you were fucking kidding or not.
Watching paint dry on fucking walls that haven't been painted in over 25 years.
Physically or metaphorically.
Soaking it up like nothing. I'm actually really pissed off. I put 2 coats on and the fucking original paint's coming right through. It's like, well, the walls are that dry.
Or
I'm gonna need at least like more coats.
Paint ain't what it used to be. There's no lead in this paint.
No, it's not. No, it's not that. Every room in in this house was built in 1953.
Yeah, no.
It used to be a single story. It was a second story in the 70s.
Different formulas now.
No, the last time the house was painted was in 2000.
Still, it's 20 years. Different paint.
But paint hasn't changed in 20 years when it comes to the viscosity and everything. It's just odor.
You never know.
So
I'm not saying in viscosity.
Everything's so dry in the house with the old paint that it's gonna. Sheetrock is porous. As soon as it gets something fresh, it's gonna absorb it right away, no matter what. So there are certain times when you paint, you got to do 3 or 4 coats because the walls are sucking it up like it's no tomorrow because the walls are dry. They don't, it's sucking in that new paint. It happens. It happens. I'm probably going to blow through about 3 gallons in that fucking room in order to get it done.
Hey, yes. What you got to do, what you got to do, right?
The ceiling came out nice. The ceiling held the paint in, but the walls aren't.
Yeah, what's the difference though?
More heat's on the ceiling because all the insulation and everything in the attic and the crawl spaces and everything. So that'll keep everything more moist.
All right. I don't know. I don't know why, bro.
So it's hotter up there, and when the house gets hot, it gets humid up there, which means it'll create a little bit of mildew and stuff and all that nonsense. So it keeps everything moist and dry to where that when you paint ceilings and stuff, it won't take 2 or 3 coats. It'll take 1 because it's still nice.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, dog. I'm blasted right now, and the sun, it's like reminds me of the old days, like sitting out smoking a nice joint in the sun after being in the winter, and it's just like vitamin D, taking it in.
Yeah,
it's beautiful out. But fucking, I don't know why, but earlier I was singing
vitamin L.
Vitamin LED. I was singing earlier. Reptar, hurrah, hurrah, reptar, hurrah, hurrah. Wait, I'm just a dinosaur. There's some kids on the ice. What's a dinosaur to do when there's kids on the ice? Somebody call their mom.
Oh, God.
Rugrats? Was it called Rugrats on Ice? What was the episode called?
On Ice.
Reptar on Ice, right? Something.
No. Babies on Ice. That was the episode.
Okay. Yeah, fucking. I'll never forget that shit, bro. I don't know why, but when this interface came in, I walked in my room, put it on my bed, and I was like getting it out of the box, like hurrah, hurrah. I was like hurrying, hurrah, hurrah, Reptar, and that's when that song popped into my head, and I wanted to open the show with that. But I didn't think you would remember it or whatever. Fucking somebody made a God tier list of fucking Nickelodeon, which I'll post here, and it's complete bullshit. They got a couple shows right, but they put all like the best shows in like the 2nd tier, bro. And I was like, even some of them in the 3rd tier. I was like, some of them in the 4th or 5th tier, if there was a 5th. I didn't even heard of the shows, but it was all Nickelodeon shows. And I was like, I'd have to reorganize this list, but you'll see.
Fuck you. I could reorganize that list.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, bro. They didn't even have Hey Arnold in God tier. They had Rugrats, I think, up there, and then there was a couple other shit that I was like, I could do without.
Well, I have to take a look at it, but being on that list, Rugrats should be the top of the list.
It's definitely on God tier. I said that's the one thing they had right about the list.
Okay, before SpongeBob became the longest running episodic TV show on Nickelodeon history.
Yeah.
It was Rugrats. Yeah. Rugrats went 13 years. SpongeBob, yes, went over 20.
Yeah, SpongeBob and they also had SpongeBob in their God tiers, I think, so I agree with them there too.
Nickelodeon's original weekly episodic television show was Rugrats for 15 years.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm saying, like,
Rugrats
they didn't have Wild Thornberries in there or anything like that. They had Cat Dog Low. I was like, what the fuck?
The tier goes Rugrats, Fairly Odd Parents, and then SpongeBob, as in longest reigning episodic television shows in Nickelodeon history. Rugrats first held the title.
I'm not going to
Then
lie.
Fairly Odd Parents held the title. And then SpongeBob got the title.
I'm not going to lie. I was definitely hating on... They did have, I think, Fairly Odd Parents in the first also in their list. And I was hating on it. I was like, that could have been done without. Like, I would have replaced it with something else, like Ren and Stimpy or something.
No.
And then, no, listen to me. Hear me out. I said I was hating at first. And then I was like, you know what? Jorgen von Strangle belongs in the God tier. So I was like, that show was great. You know?
God tier is Rugrats, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, and unfortunately,
I'd say Rocket Power. That was definitely one of my favorites, though. That's why I'm saying it's going to be different for everybody. It's subjective.
I'm going to pull another show out, and it deserves it. I guarantee you this show is probably in like the first, like the second or third, fourth tier, but I'm putting Goosebumps on the God tier of Nickelodeon shows.
Goosebumps.
I'm
not going with Goosebumps, but there is one that I'll replace it with that I did love. Are You Afraid of the Dark, though?
I would put Afraid of the Dark in the second tier because that would be followed with Cat Dog, Hey Arnold, Chalk Zone, Oh Yeah Cartoons, all that stuff.
What the fuck is Chalk Zone?
Chalk Zone used to be a short animated short on Oh Yeah Cartoons back in 1999. And then Frederator Animations picked it up in 2002 and made it a cartoon. It's with Rudy and Snap, and Rudy's got the chalk.
I don't remember. Maybe if I see it, I'll remember. What? Oh, I was going to say Ed, and Eddie, of course, but that's Cartoon Network again.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I know. We get into cartoons a lot, bro. I gotta start going back and just watching these cartoons again.
Ed, and Eddie was my favorite cartoon on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
It was my favorite.
I think I'm just gonna go in and see what I can find on just all old cartoons, because 2 episodes ago or last episode, what do we do? Cartoons. We do cartoons every episode, I feel like. But the 2 episodes, the 7 one, where we went through like the 90s cartoons, early 2000 cartoons, I think that was stroll down memory lane. And since we did that episode, I wanted to go back and watch some of those shows.
Going back to the last episode where I said that, they used to have the Krabby Patty scene where Squidward got burned by gasoline with a match.
Yeah.
I said that to you, and it does exist. It was the original airing, but parents complained that it was too graphic, so they had to change it to where he just walks in, and that's when SpongeBob meets up with him at the Krabby Bowl. Originally, he gets torched by 2 buckets of fucking gasoline.
And you did send me that other video too, but that was on.
I did also send you the other video with Scott Hall with him at Jerry Springer with a 10-year-old with fucking AIDS. I was correct. And it was Jerry Springer.
You said cancer though, no? Was it?
No, I said AIDS.
Oh, okay. But that was on Wrestling with Time. That was on Wrestling with Time 15. So if you haven't checked that out, go to the Wrestling with Time playlist or the Wrestling with Time podcast, depending on what service you're on, whatever the case is, if you're streaming it or watching the video here on YouTube. And be sure to check that out. Tribute to the great Scott Hall. And now we're doing it on STTAB. Say hello to the bad guy.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
I want to take a little survey. All right.
There you go, kid. Got a light?
I got a lighter.
I know, you got a light?
There you go. I know.
Nothing like a toothpick. I'm gonna throw this thing all episode. All episode, Scott.
Yeah. Next is gonna be.
Fucking light the toothpick up. It's crazy what you could do on podcasts these days.
I know, you can sit here and you can
Smoke
finagle with a
toothpicks.
whole bunch of shit, drop everything. You could whittle and shave. You could drive. You could whittle and shave.
You can get that.
Lawnmower 1.0.
Is it the 1.0? Is it the lawnmower?
Yes, it is, but it's the Chinese version 1.0.
Yeah, I was looking into those, and then I seen like people, like, you read the comments and the videos and reviews, and people say it's good, but then I've had people I know say it wasn't that great. But I was like, how do you know until you try for yourself? You know, like,
Exactly.
should get some lawnmower sponsors on here for the 4.0. What do they got now? 5 coming out yet?
We already got Dr. Squatch, so come on, let's keep ranking them in.
Come on. You know what I'm saying?
Walther, if you're out there, I love Second Amendment rights. Get a hold of us.
Who?
Trust me, I'll be your sponsor.
Who?
Walther.
PPK?
No, just the brand Walther alone. Walther is its own brand.
I know. I was talking about James Bond.
Walther.
Pew pew.
Walther sponsors Louder with Crowder. So I want Walther to support us on Second Amendment awesomeness. I love the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
So Walther, calm down.
That'd be a tough ass sponsor to grab.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah. Need a lot of followers and shit. A lot of subscribers for that one. They'd be like, you got to bring in the millions here.
Well, I don't care. It's like, as long as they know that we're sponsored by Walther, then guess what?
One day.
It'll be pushed up on other video platforms like Spotify and maybe Rumble. Who knows?
One day. Practicing voiceovers.
One day I'd like to get off YouTube, but until that day, YouTube, I'm here, and
YouTube
you can keep trying to lower my views
YouTube
as much as possible, but it will get out there.
Yo, you cannot hate on YouTube, though. YouTube is great. There's not a platform with a reach like it, though.
Oh, no. YouTube's awesome.
There's never going to be another YouTube.
Listen. Hold on. Listen. YouTube, the 2020 election, fairest and most secure election of all history.
You know it. Woo, woo, woo. Coming from the Long Island Iced Z.
In here and fucking with the election of 2020. I know coronavirus is a very bad and dangerous disease, and we had to take Dr. Fauci off alone of China in order to tell the entire world that corona is a bad thing. All right, we're going to lock you in your houses, and you're going to like it because I'm the scientist. All right, and also YouTube. You also sit there and say I can't spread misinformation about Hunter Biden's laptop. Really? 2 days ago, Hunter Biden's laptop is now back in the fucking news, and it is real. The laptop from hell. Fuck off.
Probably sent it to hell to resurrect it. Send us on a wild goose chase. Who knows? Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. Ain't that right, JR? Well, I'll be damned. I reckon that's right. I can't do JR. Can you do JR?
Well, I reckon that's about the damn best that I could do right now. My God, he almost killed himself. He died.
My God, King. My God, King. Well,
King, stop being a sucker to Eric Bishop.
Well, he's a straight up asshole, if you ask me. No, I can't do JR. Got too trebly of a voice. King's easier. Puppies! Look at those puppies, JR.
Yeah, his voice is easier. Definitely 100%.
Yeah. Fucking. Anyway, what else you got? You got anything else you want to add? You want to do a sponsor this time? You can do a sponsor.
I want to tell you that I think your acting is pretty good, but you don't know what the type of acting I've been through. So how about you go fuck off and get me a lemonade, because I need one now so I can have a sugar craze.
Are you in a fucking
fuck off, because I just don't like you.
Method acting?
That's Jack Nicholson.
I know. But I was saying, weren't we talking about method acting on the episode? Did we bring that up in an episode? Or maybe I dreamt that shit. I don't know why that popped into my fucking head. Nah, didn't speak on it.
No, I think no. We were talking about Willem Dafoe.
And method acting, though?
I
I don't remember if it was
want to say yes.
I know, I do too, but you know, when you do a lot of shows.
I want to say yes, and I also want to say yes to Jack Nicholson, was also in a previous video that we just did.
Yeah, well, didn't we
where I do the same? I'm just crazy, so how about you get me lemonade and fuck off?
Didn't we do the Batman episode? We did the Batman watch along, but I couldn't get that one together. I don't know what was happening with that shit.
Yeah, that.
Like I have the audio
Robin
for it.
Riddler is the greatest villain we never got.
I might just like release those as bonus content, like those episodes, because I have the audio.
The Riddler portrayed as Robin Williams is somebody we will never have.
Yeah, that you're right. And that would have been the greatest of all time, without a doubt.
Would have been the greatest Riddler of all time. The way that this movie was written, it's very dark. It fits the role. It fits everything perfectly. Just so upset we never got to see Robin Williams as the Riddler. That would have been perfect. And that was at the height of Robin Williams'
crazy
career.
Because we were talking a lot about Robin Williams, dude, and he's been it's crazy because you said we just did an episode on Ron Jeremy, right? And he's popping up on your YouTube feed. Well, I'm thinking we spoke about him, even it was probably on Wrestling with Time, right? Or even an earlier stab, like right when we were starting up the watch along thing. But he's been popping up anyway. He's been popping up a lot on my YouTube. Like I've been watching him roast Richard Pryor and just Robin Williams, like last interview before his death. And he's been popping up all over for me.
Robin Williams was ahead of the time in the, back in 2013 or 2012.
Genius, bro. Genius.
He was ahead of his time. I mean, he saw the future. I shit you not. And he goes, and there's still comedy there's still comedy in politics. Oh yes, there's still comedy. We have Ramblin' Joe Biden. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Joe says things that people with Tourette's just go, no.
Yeah.
Joe will sit there and go, I'm proud to work with Barack America. And he's like, he's not a superhero, idiot. Come here.
Yeah.
Joe Biden's kind of like the uncle that, was on a different medication each week and he just doesn't have a dosage right. He's like, I remember when FDR was on television. It was like, TVs weren't invented back then, you idiot. Go sit back down in your chair.
Yeah. The great Robin.
Ahead of his time. And that was 2014, and he predicted 2020 and 2020 all the way up to the previous.
They were probably planning it. They were planning that shit in the Bohemian Grove back then. And he was like, I've been there. I seen it. Trust me. It's not good.
Riddle me this.
They were like, we got to get rid of him. We got to get rid of him.
Who's afraid of the big head?
It's weird because I don't remember what it was called, but there's one with Robin Williams and he has his kid like dies accidental suicide by jerking off and strangling himself. And then he tries to like fix his kid's reputation or something, right? You know what movie I'm talking about? It's with Robin Williams. Don't know the name of it. I'll post it right here.
It's probably one of his more serious roles. No, I never seen it.
Yeah, it's just weird because then like he committed. He was doing a movie where his son committed suicide, and then like he wound up really committing suicide. So I'm just like, like staged, set for a reason, eluding. Was it metaphorically him as a child realizing maybe he died as a kid?
This is Doubtfire.
Who knows?
This Doubtfire is his best movie of all time. Fuck off. His best movie of all time is Mrs. Doubtfire.
I don't know. He had a lot of great ones. Flubber, Bicentennial Man.
Mrs. Doubtfire, best movie of all time.
I don't know. He had a
plays a woman. Plays a woman in the movie. Come on, it's great.
I'm watching one right now. I think it's
Hold on. Mrs. Doubtfire is the white version of Medea. And done before Tyler Perry thought of it.
Yeah.
Robin Williams was ahead of the game.
Maybe it was an inspiration for Medea to be born. Maybe that's who he based the character off of loosely.
Possibly, but I don't like Medea. I think all the movies are.
You're bugging.
I think the movie. I like Tyler Perry. I think he's a great actor. I just don't like the movies.
Yeah, they're great. I think they're hilarious.
I'd rather watch Barbershop.
Yeah, BoobTube's like my favorite of them all, but she just came out with a new one, Homecoming. And
I'd rather watch Barbershop. Barbershop's a much better movie.
I said she just came out with a new one. She just came out with a new one. Like Medea's directed it, right? But they just came out with a new one.
Tyler Perry is Medea. Everybody gets there.
I know that.
Yeah, Medea.
No, I know that.
Tyler Perry.
Bro, I fucking knew that, bro. I know he's been doing the whole Eddie Murphy shtick for a while, like Nutty Professor shit, you know? What? That's not what I meant. I just meant like, I was like, she came out with a new one, like subconsciously thinking like Medea is a real fucking person. It's an entity, character created by a genius of a man in Tyler P.
Yeah, genius.
He is, bro.
I like Tyler Perry. There's nothing wrong with Tyler Perry. I just don't like the Medea movies. I just don't.
Yeah, I hear you. It's not for everybody, but fucking
it's not.
Nutty Professor is still one of the greatest movies of all time, though. And
comedy in a moo-moo with a wig. I am totally okay with that. And the memes with him are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All the memes with Medea and stuff, those memes are hilarious. But the movies,
Yeah, I mean, they're not all that great, you know? I mean, some of them I've watched and I'm just like, it was all right. But like a lot of them, most of them are great. You know? The new one, I don't think it, I think it could have came a lot harder. But, you know, she came out of retirement and I'm happy for that. But, you know, it's all love. It's all love. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Mean, I would like to see one movie be made. It'll never be made, and it sucks.
What movie? What movie is it?
I want to see Spaceballs 2.
Why don't you think they'll ever make it again?
Revenge of the Balls.
Yeah, just they should have made the whole series out of that, though. To be honest, though,
they had a lot of material to work off of.
That's what I'm saying, and they could still be doing it to this day, coincide side by side. It would have been crazy. But
Rick Moranis is still alive. Fucking well, hold on. No, guy who played Lone Star ended up being the guy in Independence Day and stuff. I don't think he's alive anymore. I actually think he just died recently.
A lot of tests.
So you couldn't have a Spaceballs 2 movie, but it would have been nice. I would have loved to see Spaceballs return, Revenge of the Balls.
Yeah.
It would have been great because the movie would have started off with Rick Moranis, Mel Brooks, and the fucking captain and the fucking vacuum maid and everything after it exploded. They're in the crown piece. And then fucking they find, the remnants of the Spaceball colony. So they land on the fucking planet and everything. They get their shit back together and they start recreating it like they do in the fucking movie with the clones and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like really advanced, like they do the Mel Brooks montage and everything where you see it created in like a matter of 20 minutes. And it takes, and it says like 5 years later, after the montage is over, they got this big army and everything. So I would like to see something like that done. We're never going to get it.
TJ's already scripted it out. He's mapped it out. He's like, motherfuckers, just give me the budget. I'll direct the damn thing.
I could just write it right. Dude,
this motherfucker already had it all thought out.
I could just write it off the top of my head. And you guys, I'll be honest, the actors, you guys come up with your own dialogue. Honest to God, is like you guys are the originals. You guys would know exactly how to do it better.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I'll direct it. You guys, I'll just keep putting the scenes out and everything. You guys just come up with your dialogue.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm going to be honest with you. Nothing will change. As soon as I say it, that's exactly how it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's like, so you guys got all this time to work on your fucking dialogue. Mm-hmm. Let me create the story. You guys create your dialogue. And as I finish the story pieces, you guys can create your dialogue for the film.
Same, kid. You got to apply for that WWE creative position. Work alongside your boy Logan Paul. Right there.
WWE wouldn't hire me.
Side by side.
I don't want to go to Connecticut, fucking travel all over the fucking world. Fuck that. Couldn't pay me enough to do it.
What? No, they'd probably just sit you in the Connecticut office. I'll sit around the table.
Look, Vince McMahon, if you want me to work for you, I want long Russian table so I can give you finger at the other end 200 feet away and you can't see what I'm doing. We Russians have long tables, 200 feet long, so you have to talk to me by paper cup and string.
Yeah. Well, luckily for you, there's Zoom nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Zoom. No, this is not an advertisement.
We still do Zoom.
You can work from home.
Yes.
You can work from home with Zoom.
We do Zoom, but we still use it with big, long 200-foot table with camera at other end of table.
Yes.
We like Vikings. We have 60, 80 feet and 100-mile-long tables to where the doctor's on the other side. And when I'm calling out for a doctor, I die. So I know how it is. The Russians have long tables, you see. We have small penis, but we have long tables. Our women look like crap.
This guy always on his Lil Dick flow. What up, Lil Dick?
Like crap. Russian porn is just guys going, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Greek women look gross too. So you guys are okay.
Oh, man. What you smoking on, Joe?
I'm smoking on roaches. And that's kids jumping on my lap. I love kids jumping on my lap. Look. Putin's a killer.
I'm definitely cutting that shit out of there, dog. I'm definitely cutting that shit out. That's good.
Putin's a murderer. Putin's a killer. And I told him, Putin, if you're going to do anything, I'm going to ask for my applesauce because I'm hungry.
Applesauce and night, nap time. Nap.
Hey, I go to bed at 4 o'clock because I get up at 10 and I need my heart meds, and they bring me a child to sniff at 12 o'clock, and that gives me 2 hours to run around.
This fucker, man. You got to stop with that shit, bro.
I'm just going on the fly. It's just coming
out. I hear
you.
I know, man. I can't put that shit out there.
100 days, no filter. Give me a fucking break.
What? 100 days, no filter?
Give me a fucking break. You're just a one-trick pony. Stop asking the same question.
Yeah. Well.
International under pressure.
Imagine him on Jeopardy. Did they do a Jeopardy with did somebody do that already? Did I see that somewhere? Might have to do that, kid. You might have to get a fucking layout and random question it and be like, zebra stripes and pajamas. Fucking, it's an idea. You could do your Fauci versus Joe. Trivia.
Oh, hold on. Wheel of Fortune? Politic edition? Oh, okay, hold on. All right, everybody, welcome back to Wheel of Fortune. My name is Pat Sajak, and tonight we're joined by the greatest political adversaries in the game today. On my left, we have Dr. Anthony Fauci. Everybody claps. And Anthony goes, thank you. I'm the science. I just want to let you know you guys belong to me. And then next to Dr. Fauci, we have the president, Joe Biden. It's great to be here, Alex. I'll take animal noises for 2. And then we have Kamala Harris right next to him. Don't come.
What?
You don't know that? You don't know that bit?
No.
As soon as she was put in charge of the border wall late last year, her words to all the immigrants coming to the southern border was this, and I shit you not, because there was a meme after this, and Trump saw it, and Trump made good on this meme. The meme is Kamala standing at a podium, and she goes, to everybody who's coming across the southern border, listen to my words. Don't come. Don't come. And then Trump played the video at Turning Point, and then at the end where she said, don't come. Don't come. And Trump goes, I'm going to come. Oh.
That's real. That's real shit. Oh my God. That is hilarious.
No, it goes, don't come. Don't come. And then it cuts to Trump.
I'm coming.
Goes, oh, I'm gonna come. Oh.
That's comedy gold, bro. That's comedy fucking gold.
Played that at Turning Point 2020. He's like, look, I'm gonna watch this embarrassing video, but I'm gonna make fun of it because it's over. And after that, she goes, don't come. Don't come. And then the video ends and he goes, I'm gonna come. Oh.
Oh shit. That's hilarious, man. Oh man.
Perfect timing too. And he even admits, he's like, I'm gonna make fun of it at the end. You guys are gonna love it.
Yeah, I had no idea about that, bro. Now I definitely got to go look that up.
That meme is on YouTube. It's been seen over 20.5 million times.
Oh man, I didn't even know she said that, but it was more of like a, who cares? Come on,
don't come.
Who cares?
Don't come. I'm gonna come. Oh. And he actually makes the moaning noise after he gets the crowd all around him because I'm going to come. Yeah. And everybody's clapping. He's turning his head. He's smiling. And then after he goes, oh.
I had no idea that shit was, that shit really happened. That she got put in charge of that task or anything of that nature. That's how much I
love Trump because Trump likes the regular guy. Trump understands the regular guy. And Trump did a lot of good for this country, and he's funny as fuck. A lot of people say he's a bigot and arrogant. Yeah, some of the shit that comes out of his mouth, yeah, it's a little out there. But when it comes to the bare facts for how everything's supposed to be done, he did everything the right way. He was transparent about everything. He told everybody exactly what was going on after every meeting with every person. He didn't hide nothing. He was literally 100% transparent with everybody. The first president since Ronald Reagan. But Ronald Reagan did the one bad thing that Reagan did was fucking create the Contras in the fucking in the fucking South, in South America and shit. So that was a problem. But Trump didn't do anything wrong. He didn't give money to weird fucking groups that are going to end up betraying us and everything. So that was the good thing. Yeah. All right. George Bush funded ISIS in order to get rid of Al-Qaeda. And then ISIS fucking betrayed us when Obama took office, started cutting people's heads off and everything. And then when Trump came in, ISIS decimated. Al-Qaeda put to rest. North Korea didn't do anything. China didn't go nowhere. Russia didn't invade. Joe Biden gets in, China's about to make a move for Taiwan. Russia's fucking running into Ukraine like they got no fucking other time left. And now this whole world's about to go into chaos because there's an old man sitting there going, hi, well, come on, man. I need another kid to sniff because I can only do so much. That's what we have as a fucking president. A guy who likes to sniff fucking kids in order to get his energy.
Oh, TJ,
Joe Biden on Jeffrey Epstein. He knows it.
I think we should just go out with the come of Donald Trump. Your boy, you're wearing him on your shirt.
When I smell kids, it's for the purpose of telling them that I miss my own daughter because she died when she was young. But truth behold, I raped both my kids and my daughter. God. And it's true because I had the FBI go into Project Veritas's house and pull out my daughter's diary that had the writing that I fucked my daughter, Ashley. And it was true. I did it. And then a year later, Hunter Biden's laptop back in the news.
What's the whole deal with that shit? He just threw that fucking pack of cigarettes feeling accomplished.
Because I'm pissed because now the laptop that I got in trouble for in 2020 for the election when all the shit came out and Rudy Giuliani got his hands on it.
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani was leaking everything on Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram. I pulled everything that I could get from Rudy Giuliani from whatever sources I could. I started posting the shit. I got banned for it. New York Post said it was true. The Hunter Biden laptop was true, but the New York Times came out and said, no, it's Russian disinformation, and they blacklisted everybody, and everybody got suspended for sharing Hunter Biden's laptop. And most of his laptop was nothing but naked pictures of him fucking his niece and doing cocaine off of her ass.
Why do you have a laptop like that?
With a whole bunch of emails saying, my uncle's going to get this amount, my friend's going to get this amount, I'm going to get this amount, and I'm going to hold 10% for the big guy, which the big guy is Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And that's with the Russian oligarchs. That's with all the people in China. That's with the fucking Ukraine oil board. That's the reason why that all the shit started, because Joe Biden came out and said in 2015, before the election was over, he came out and said, look, guy, I don't care what's going on. I'm here from official orders of Barack Obama, and I'm here to tell you, either you fire the prosecutor who's prosecuting and investigating Burisma Oil, which my son is on, and if you don't get him fired within 6 hours, you're not getting $1 billion in aid. Oh, well, you're not the president. You can't do that. Go call him. I got 6 hours. I have full authority here. Well, son of a bitch. 2 hours later, he was fired. And they got the $1 billion, like I said. And that's live on camera. He admitted it.
Conspiracies. TJ's like, yes,
it's on camera.
Code has been cracked.
In 2017, him at a panel of people at Harvard sitting there saying, and you know, son of a bitch. 2 hours later, he was fired.
All right.
Then his son got fucking $1.7 million from a Russian oligarch in Moscow right before the 2020 election to make sure that Joe Biden became president.
Money can buy anything.
That means there was election meddling.
Money can't buy me love, can't buy me love, no. Love.
How about money doesn't get into politics and it counts on the actual fucking people?
Did I sound good? Should I auto-tune that? Throw some auto-tune on that bitch? I think it'll sound good.
Oh, yes. You got a mixer. You could do it.
I might just do it just for this episode.
You could do it T-Pain style.
Yeah. Well, you don't need it. You could do like subtle pitch correction too, so it just picks the subtle parts. It doesn't necessarily make it robotic, like chromatic sound. But yeah, bro, we're coming up on 140. You want to call it? I think we should have left off with the Kamala Harris. Come. All
right, everybody. This is our last statement of the night, and I'm going to leave you with this lovely image of Kamala Harris. Just come. Just come. Oh, trust me, I'm going to come. Oh, big time.
No, she said, don't come. Don't come. Not just come.
Well, no, I'm saying come. Come.
Oh, we know
you're
you
bet I'm going to come.
Like your shirt, kid.
Oh, you bet I'm going to come.
What's it say? What's the bottom say?
Donald Trump matters.
I see.
Only sitting president in history to be kicked off of Facebook and Twitter, but the Ayatollah is allowed to sit there and say death to Jews on Twitter.
All right. Let's end it. Cap. Nightcap. Day cap. Whatever. What time is it? 6:09.
Peace.